Hello everyone and welcome back to the Simple Food Network, where I, Chef Stan Key, will teach you how to make food that is simple. Food that you can make on the fly that requires very little prep time or money. Great recipes for college kids and underprivileged adults. Today is a very exciting day. I'm going to teach you a dish that is so unique, so exciting, so cool, in that it is an appetizer, entree, and dessert all in one serving. Incredible. In fact, there's no actual name for the dish. Just like Prince, it's just a symbol. And that's the symbol for the dish. But for the purposes of today and communication between you and everyone at home, I'm going to call this dish
Condensed Anti-Food.
But the proper name for the dish, again, is this symbol right here. Okay, let me just run down the list of ingredients for you. Ready? Quarter cup of milk, half stick of butter, quarter cup of celery, diced.
Some olives, green olives as you can see, and with none of the red in the middle. 4
full-grown summer squashes,
1 gefilte fish,
1 teaspoon of fresh ginger minced,
2 tins of cream cheese,
3, if you can see it, is only 3 corn kernels. That's very precise and it's very important for the dish.
1/16 of a full-sized pumpkin,
1 whole avocado, just as is.
1½ cups of sweet potatoes peeled and cubed,
9/5 parsley,
a pinch of red pepper flakes,
2/5 of a melted pre-cooked upside-down hamantaschen, 1 shoelace, and of course a nail file. Grind it in, and over here you will see a little bit of bleach. Actually, this is laundry detergent Purex. A dash of bleach, just a dash. And of course,
1 ordinary household domestic cat, and a little salt, a little pepper. Pry this open. Thank you very much.
Like every great
You
dish,
just pry it open like that.
this one is
And
grounded
here we
in a
got
can
fresh
of crushed tomatoes.
And if you want, you can jab at them in the can.
bad tomato, bad tomatoes.
That's just an old-time chef joke.
And the next and probably easiest step of this dish is to cut up your onion.
And you need to be professional like I am. So you just gotta be very, very, very careful. Please don't cut this fast like at home, because you need to be professional like I am. That's what happens when you're not careful.
That's what happens, kids. Okay, after a couple of band-aids and lots of peroxide, I can continue on with the program. Swine
You
flu?
okay there? You got the plague? Alright. You okay? We're okay to continue?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, now the first thing you do is you put everything is in one pot. It's almost like it's gonna seem like it's a stew. Sort of come together, and it's amazing. Meal is finished. You are going to be shocked because one bite will fill your belly for an entire week, and it'll give you energy. Just to let you know that this dish was actually, I think it was developed by my ancestors who escaped Nazi Germany. Actually, it was from Poland. They escaped Poland and went to a little town in Asia, and who were accepting Jews as long as they continued to buy Chinese food and keep them financially secure. And that's where they learned about this dish. Of course, they didn't have microwaves back then, and we have them now, so it's going to take a little bit less time to cook this dish. The oven's preheated. As soon as this is done, turn off the flame and immediately take it out and put the dish into the oven. 1 hour. Okay, now that the 1 hour is up, take it out of the oven and immediately place it into the microwave oven for 47 minutes. Just a few more seconds left. Okay. Take it out of the microwave and then immediately throw it back in the oven. But this, you only leave it in there for about, I think it's actually it's 10 minutes. Now that the 10 minutes are up, you're gonna take this and place the dish. Actually, by this time, I guess all the ingredients should be blended together, including the cat should be all a little bit more condensed than originally. You're gonna place the entire pot as is in the freezer for 3 months. Okay, after 3 months, excuse me, what you want to do is take the dish out, put it on the stove, and you're going to boil it for 16 hours. When all the water is going to evaporate, that's the point. All the water, the ice, everything's going to melt and evaporate, and it's going to bring all the foods, everything together. You're going to mix it all around, and when you're done, You're gonna put it back into the oven. Again, preheat it to 450 degrees or broil for 73 hours. Okay, so, one energy. You take it out after 72 hours of baking, and then it goes back into the microwave oven for 35 more minutes. 35 more minutes. This is making me crazy. Okay, now it goes out of the oven. And first thing you do, hold on 1 second, is you want to add ice cubes to the pot. And once that is done, you're going to put it back into the freezer for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Now, you take it out of the freezer and it goes back into the oven for 1 month. It's very hot in here. I'm gonna go check on my dish now. It's been baking in the oven for about 2.5 weeks. Looks good. The cat shrunk considerably. I'll be back. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll be back in 1.5 weeks. 1.5 weeks. Now been 4 weeks in the oven. It's probably very hot. Okay. Here we go. Try to turn the oven off. It smells great. Okay. This is the moment we've been waiting for. It's been close to, 6 months or so making this dish. Again, if you started at the right time, you should, if you started today or whatever. Anyway, the dish, it should be ready by Thanksgiving or so. This is an excellent dish. So, here we go. This is it. I'm wondering if I overcooked it. But, anyway, it still looks good. Hold on. Now this is technically 4 servings, believe it or not. I'm kind of hungry. This is great. This dish, I feel so good. Wow, I feel like I can do jumping jacks and push-ups. Wow. Thank you very much. That dish was called Condensed Anti-Food. So, I'm feeling fantastic. You all gotta try this. Good night, everyone. Thank you very much. Good night. Again, Chef Stanky is signing off. I will see you next week.
I would like to thank our special crew for coming down and shooting this and shooting all the night shoots. We would also like to thank Thai Bleach. We would like to thank Arroz con Pollo and all kinds of chicken and the farmers who farmed all the chicken as well as some corn. And a quick shout out to all the gefilte fishers, the men and the women fishers who braved the ocean to catch many gefilte fish. And a very special thanks to Willie Nelson and Burt Bacharach for not taking part at all in this video. And most of all, we would love to thank Gary Coleman from Different Strokes for bringing that wonderful catchphrase.
What you talking about, Willis?